FM there with you. And next Wednesday. It's good to be here. You know, we could have left somewhere, but we choose to be here. This is a new year, still with a new year vibes, you know them with the new year vibes. Yes, January is a new year vibe, but the country is in a party mood for some reason. That the sufferation, the in a some party mood. Yes, Jamaica seems to be the party district, the party country where you go is either a party or keep. Well, we're glad for the party, but within the consciousness, the people them have to look further than just dancing and jiggling and drinking and whining. Is a whole heap of things that confront the people them that we need to really delve into and figure out what is taking place. Tony Green have a brand new CD. Tony Green is a saxophonist who has been playing for very long. Brand new CD by Tony Green, tribute to the Duke. You don't know who the Duke is. But you find out after this song. With them new songs. Because most of the time when you hear about the vintage artists, them is them long time song, but a whole heap of them still in the studio and make music. Take for instance the Cables. Those of you who know Mr. Drummond, Cables Drummond, you know, say a big tune him give away, Why Baby Why. So the man go back to the studio with a brand new CD named Mellow Moods of Music. And him come out with this tune, you know, one written originally by the man called Jimmy Cliff. This is Cables' rendition of Many Rivers to Cross. Brand new CD from the vintage artist. A rendition of Jimmy Cliff, Many Rivers to Cross. From long time, from your youth, me I listen to them man I sing tune, Baby Why and all them tune and them back. Well, not back, but them a play the music, them a make the music, and we specially say we are gonna really play some new tune by these long time artists. Even though we love them long time tune, but we just show you say the man them still a make music, them still a make music. Them a cry out for some ear play, you know, you understand? Yes, them a cry out for some ear play, Rasta. Tune by Jimmy Cliff, one of them biggest tune them ever. Yes, White Cliff of Dover. You know, so me never know when you White Cliff of Dover until me take a ferry from England to go over France. And we're going on this big ferry and we go across and we see this White Cliff. And them said, that is the White Cliff of Dover. We said, what? That Jimmy Cliff I sing about? The White Cliff of Dover. Okay, so we're going to give the Tamlins. We use the Tamlins, they're on Rebel Salute, you know. Tamlins is a group where I back enough people for a longer time. Them give a tune Baltimore, where originally done by Nina Simone. Them give a big version of it. Them give you Truly. I mean, enough tune them give you. So we want to play them brand new CD, you know. Yeah, them man are still their studio I do album, yes. Them have a brand new CD named Rebirth. So we're going to play some tracks off of them album, you know, as the time goes on and for sure you say, yes. Remember Jimmy Riley that day come out with a big CD named Contradiction. Jimmy Riley, no easy with them CD there. Jimmy Riley, man, Contradiction. Well, same bridge in them, you know, because all of them man are Jimmy Riley bridge, you know. Jimmy Riley, I bet you never know the Tamlins have new CD out there. You're going to have to sue open for them, you know. Yes. Cutting edge. Family chanting down Babylon brand new CD rebirth. Yes, my brethren. When I go out sweet, our sweet harmony group. Sweet harmony. You know, the harmony group, no, they are Jamaica again more than so. You have a group named TOK and yeah, you don't have much harmony group again. The group has stayed together the longest, the mighty diamonds. The man not changed nobody out of the three man them from them time there until now. Sweet harmonies. Them ones that we are make music no interested in a harmony and well we are telling the thing God, you know, the thing get away. Man I sing tune with the harmony I get it all. Yeah, no chorus business and no harmony. Man just straight up. Just follow the rhythm. That's all man I don't know. Just follow rhythm. The rhythm now follow them and them I follow the rhythm. You understand? Man just say, give me that rhythm there and just go so boof, gone pan it. No harmony. Melody. We need some melody in the music. Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge and IRF we're going through. You know, it's at 11 o'clock we have an interview with Malidoma Patrice Sommet. Yes. For those of you who know this thing, know say years ago, we used to tell you about a book named of Water and the Spirit. I think we talked to him already on this program, you know, if I'm not mistaken. But this is African brethren who has done a book named a best-selling book of Water and the Spirit. And we will be interviewing him at 11 o'clock. He's here in Jamaica. He's going to have some workshops and things. Jackie and the Reef in a Negril there, so we want you to turn up your radio. This is a man who delve into African spirituality, different level of consciousness. Understand? Talking about rituals, magic, and initiation in the life of African shaman. Shamanism is one of the things them where only people Jamaican not familiar with because we use a preacher. We use a preacher, we don't use the shamans. You understand? So, yes, 11 o'clock, Malidoma will be here with us on the telephone from Negril. Cutting Edge style. We're there with you. Listen, music style. Rough. There with you. As we are saying, we have Malidoma to speak to at 11 o'clock. We're going to talk about magic and initiation, spirituality, and what I'm doing in Jamaica. All of these things. Very famous book of the Water and the Spirit. Remember when we used to have the bookstore, we used to sell enough of them book there and also the audio book. Yeah man, enough of that book they will sell of Water and the Spirit. So we're going to connect with Malidoma in the night and listen to what this African, I think is Burkina Faso come from. Them used to call it Upper Volta. Them now call it Burkina Faso. Continue the journey. You know, we always bring to you different perspectives. People in a Jamaica are going to know one thing. When it comes on to religion and spirituality, they want to know about Jesus. There's so many leaves. There is one tree. But you have people who make you feel, say, if you don't go that direction, you're not going to reach the journey. Ends. But it's enough way to reach to Crossroad, and it's enough way to reach to Kingston too. Believe you me. So don't make nobody tell you no foolishness. Because most of the things that we know and hold it as truth, you will find out eventually it says lie. But it's just true them keep repeating it continuously why it just sound truthful. There's many things, many things that we hold on fast to. That we really believe says true. And years down the line, we realize, but ratted, look how when me a pick him, did believe this. Look how when me a pick him, did believe that. And a whole heap of them things there, even though we might feel say do affect the outcome of certain thinking and certain behavior, it has been embedded in us for years. And that thinking lead to actions further down the line that we contemplate. And we do contemplate the actions and believe, say, those actions is our actions. And though realize, say, it is something that is instilled in us psychologically through the DNA for centuries. Simple little things. Like even watching cartoon and having your children. A parent would have prefer them turn on the cartoon channel for show the violence on the cartoon channel than show the violence on a HBO channel. The idea is to soften the blow or soften the intention of making the youth or corrupting the youth mind with violence and with sex. But there are certain things that we do unconsciously that was consciously placed there for us to do unconsciously. That's why people who write book and people who read those books, your perspective based upon what the book is saying, your perspective is fashioned and framed around that book, whether it is a fiction or it is a true to life story. So you have a whole heap of youth, even though it might not seem that there is certain activity that take place during them childhood years. When them grow big, it affect them. That's why when you go to these big psychiatrists, them start and you do certain things. In your big man days, them start to ask about your childhood days. And people don't believe, say, well, people don't go on like, say, them childhood days have a direct reflection of what is taking place in them life and how them view life in at this time, yeah. Because you have certain things where you're there with your mother and she says certain things, or she used to cook certain way or do certain things that leave an imprint by you up to this day. You say, boy, right now, you say, a cornmeal porridge, me love, you know. Me love cornmeal porridge because me remember when my mother used to cook cornmeal porridge when me a little picnic. So you know, say, the cornmeal porridge way there is inside of you. And you see, if somebody come cook all the cornmeal porridge different from how your mother cook it, it's like you don't like it. You don't like the cornmeal porridge. I know some of my mother used to cook cornmeal porridge, Rasta. Want to the cinnamon, want to the nutmeg, want to the coconut, or the something so lumpy. I'm going to have some crackers to broke up in the porridge too, because my mother used to broke up crackers in the porridge. I pick up the hard dough bread and put in the porridge. So if you don't have that now, it's like the porridge not nice. You remember when your mother cook certain things on a Sunday, rice and peas and chicken and enough carrot juice and enough milk in the carrot juice, and some people are cooking rice and peas here right now and it tastes bland. Because you say, but that I don't some know rice and peas for taste. Me remember when my mother used to cook rice and peas and my granny used to cook rice and peas. And so we think, you know. Well, it's the same way the rice and peas and the porridge have a direct relationship to your how you view porridge in at this time, yeah? There are certain actions that was made manifest in our childhood that follows when we are big old man, old woman. So when you sit down in the psychiatrist's office and he might try to figure out why you do this, how a man like you do that, or how a woman like you do that. He said, so tell me something. When you was a child, you used to live with your mother or you used to live with your father? When you used to go to church or when you used to just go party? And him start to question you about childhood things, and you want to say, but wait, where the childhood have to do with now? That now, but it have something to do with it. The past relate to what is happening now. Don't forget that. And that is where black people losing out. Black people losing out, not connecting the past with what is happening now and what should happen in the future. That's why a man can write a book for 2,000 years and him tell you about something we go on 3,000 years ago, and you latch on to it like says you him attack your situation, and because the thing looks same way you feel say it come from you, not because things look similar, it means it evolved from the same thing. It's not so it go. Similarity don't mean same. Similarity is similar. So when we look at certain things in our history and we recognize the thing, like certain things in the Bible, you know, and people say, this is Egypt, you know. This is Egypt, you know, because look what Pharaoh had to do, and him liking Pharaoh now to the Prime Minister, and him liking where the sufferation where I go on with the Israelite them in Egypt. So him put himself in the Israelite shoe and put the one who are oppressed like the police force as Pharaoh and him army. So him draw similarity with what took place 3,000, I was supposed to take place 3,000 years ago. With now, the problem with black people in general is that we don't recognize how important it is to know history and how history shape our perspective today. Because it is history that is deciding what is happening today. As simple as you take it. So we continue. This is a man who delve into African spirituality, different level of consciousness. Understand? Talking about rituals, magic, and initiation in the life of African shaman. Shamanism is one of the things them where only people Jamaican not familiar with, because we use a preacher. We use a preacher, we don't use the shamans. You understand? So, yes, 11 o'clock, Malidoma will be here with us on the telephone from Negril. Cutting edge style. We're there with you. Listen, music style. There with you. As we are saying, we have Malidoma to speak to at 11 o'clock. We're going to talk about magic and initiation, spirituality, and what I'm doing in Jamaica. All of these things. Very famous book of the water and the spirit. Remember when we used to have the bookstore, we used to sell enough of them book there, and also the audio book. Yeah man, enough of that book they will sell of water and the spirit. So we're going to connect with Maladumi in the night and listen to what this African, I think is Burkina Faso come from. They used to call it Upper Volta. Them now call it Burkina Faso. Continue the journey. You know, we always bring to you different perspectives. People in Jamaica are going to know one thing. When it comes on to religion and spirituality, they want to know about Jesus. There's so many leaves. There is one tree. But you have people who make you feel say, if you don't go that direction, you're not going to reach the journey. Ends. But it's enough way to reach to Crossroad, and it's enough way to reach to Kingston too. Believe you me. So don't make nobody tell you no foolishness. Because most of the things that we know and hold it as truth, you will find out eventually it says lie. But it just should them keep repeating it continuously why it just sound truthful. There's many things, many things that we hold on fast to, that we really believe says true. And years down the line we realize, but right, look how when me I pick him, he did believe this, look how when me I pick him, he did believe that. And a whole heap of them things there, even though we might feel say do affect the outcome of certain thinking and certain behavior, it has been embedded in us for years. And that thinking lead to actions further down the line that we contemplate. And we do if we contemplate the actions and believe say those actions is our actions, and don't realize say it is something that is instilled in us psychologically through DNA for centuries. Simple little things. Like even watching cartoon and having your children, a parent would have prefer them turn on the cartoon channel to show the violence on the cartoon channel than show the violence on a HBO channel. The idea is to soften the blow or soften the intention of making the youth or corrupting the youth mind with violence and with sex. But there are certain things that we do unconsciously that was consciously placed there for us to do unconsciously. That's why people who write book and people who read those books, your perspective based upon what the book is saying, your perspective is fashioned and framed around that book, whether it is a fiction or it is a true to life story. So you have a whole heap of youth, even though it might not seem that there is certain activity that take place during them childhood years, when them grow big, it affect them. That's why when you go to these big psychiatrists, in your big man days, them start to ask about your childhood days. And people don't believe, say, well, people don't go on like, say, them childhood days have a direct reflection of what is taking place in them life and how them view life in at this time, yeah. Because you have certain things where you're there with your mother and she says certain things, or she used to cook certain way or do certain things that leave an imprint by you up to this day. You say, boy, right now, you say, a cornmeal porridge, me love, you know. Me love cornmeal porridge because me remember when my mother used to cook cornmeal porridge when me a little picnic. So you know, say, the cornmeal porridge way there is inside of you. And you see, if somebody come cook all the cornmeal porridge different from how your mother cook it, it's like you don't like it. You don't like the cornmeal porridge. I know some of my mother used to cook cornmeal porridge, Rasta. Want to the cinnamon, want to the nutmeg, want to the coconut, or the something so lumpy. I'm gonna want some crackers to broke up in the porridge too, because my mother used to broke up crackers in the porridge, or pick up the hard dough bread and put in the porridge. So if you don't have that now, it's like the porridge not nice. You remember when your mother cook certain things on a Sunday, rice and peas and chicken and enough carrot juice and enough milk in the carrot juice, and some people are cook rice and peas here right now and it tastes bland. Because you say, but that I don't some know rice and peas for taste. Me remember when my mother used to cook rice and peas and my granny used to cook rice and peas. And so we think, you know. Well, you see, where the rice and peas and the porridge have a direct relationship to your how you view porridge in at this time, yeah? There are certain actions that was made manifest in our childhood that follows when we are big old man, old woman. So when you sit down in the psychiatrist's office and he might try to figure out why you do this, how a man like you do that, or how a woman like you do that. He said, so tell me something. When you was a child, you used to live with your mother or you used to live with your father? When you used to go to church or when you used to just go party? And him start to question you about childhood things, and you want to say, but wait, where the childhood have to do with now? That now not, but it have something to do with the past relate to what is happening now. Don't forget that. And that is where black people losing out. Black people losing out, not connecting the past with what is happening now and what should happen in the future. That's why a man can write a book for 2,000 years and him tell you about something we go on 3,000 years ago, and you latch on to it like says you him attack your situation, and because the thing looks same way you feel say it come from you, not because things look similar, it means it evolved from the same thing. It's not so it go. Similarity don't mean same. Similarity is similar. So when we look at certain things in our history and we recognize the thing, like certain things in the Bible, you know, and people say, this is Egypt, you know. This is Egypt, you know, because look what Pharaoh do to you, and him liking Pharaoh now to the Prime Minister, and him liking where the sufferation where I go on with the Israelite them in Egypt. So him put himself in the Israelite shoe and put the one who are oppressed like the police force as Pharaoh and him army. So him draw similarity with what took place 3,000, or was supposed to take place 3,000 years ago. We know the problem with black people in general is that we don't recognize how important it is to know history and how history shape our perspective today. Because it is history that is deciding what is happening today. As simple as you take it. So we continue. The music was made for the poem, and we follow rhythm. So when you hear all Linton tune, Sonny's Letter, big tune, big poem. The poem was first, the rhythm was after. When you hear all this outcry, with second album or third album, second album, the music, as a matter of fact, the music where you hear so now from this outcry CD so is there with their Africa a perform the funniest thing. You know, so when you go to Africa, you perform, you can't perform a little, well, you don't know about now, but in them days when we go to Africa and you perform, you can't go past it, but you perform 1.5 hours, because the man say you said you wanted to come to Africa. And you come here and you perform for 1.5 hours. What do you think you can do in 1.5 hours? You have been missing for 400 years. So we are still supposed to perform in Africa, and still supposed to 1.5 hours, and me go to 1.5 hours. You think so we could have go eh? Still supposed better go back on the stage, and me better go back on the stage. But the reason why we are telling that story is because this poem here, when you say, this music here, where you hear name outcry in dub here, is we make it up on the stage. It'll be the musician they make it up on the stage. After we done do we set and we'll go back and do some more. Now we say no.
And the power and convictions of your own utterances to transform, to transubstantiate this otherwise mundane thing into a higher vibrational frequency, therefore elevating them from this realm to the other realm.
So is there a possibility of reaching that level of connection with the ancestors and the person who's trying to reach become part of that ancestral point where there's no coming back into his realms of reality, but stuck into the ancestral realms of reality? Is there a possibility of that happening?
Well, in fact, you got to understand, the reason why this is necessary is that, in a way, we know that there are certain fundamental things about our human nature, certain challenges that we cannot face without the intervention of the other world, the intervention of the spirit. If we just rely on the logic of our mind, there is this far that we can go before we find ourselves hitting something that feels like a wall. And so there comes a point where the human aspiration for a higher realm of belonging demand that we embrace a space that is a lot bigger than the way it looks. So consequently, we are therefore participant and contributor to the creation of a heightened space in which it becomes possible to shake hand with otherworldly being, in this case, our ancestors. So there is something about there that celebrates the human capacity to overcome his own problem, his own situation, as long as the human being is willing to think beyond the cage, the visible, the five-sensical reality that surrounds us, and is willing to admit that there are other areas of consciousness that are still less explored than they should.
Yeah.
And this is why a spiritually minded person, an ancestrally connected person, is always looking beyond the physical to that which is awaiting a kind of interaction that will then bring more richness to the spirit and the soul of the human being.
All right. The reason why I mentioned about going over into the spiritual realms and becoming part of that spiritual realms where you cannot come back, because in certain voodoo rituals,
yes,
especially women, women have been known to find that ancestral realms and can't come back. There are certain things that have to be done to them to bring them back into what we call now the physical, as where they was before they reached there. And it's a very traumatic experience when you see that happening to someone right in front of your eyes, where they are supposedly gone over into that ancestral realms and them can't come back. You know, the ones around them have to be doing certain things. And even you can see the fear that is gripping other individuals, recognizing that this individual has made some kind of connection in the spiritual realms, but cannot come back. How you grapple with that? How you deal with? I don't know if that ever happened in your shrine. You know, I don't know if in Berkeley you have seen where people cross over but cannot come back, and there's certain things that have to be done to them to make them come back. I don't know if you ever see that happen.
Well, this is important. The journey to the other world is only beneficial when it's a round trip. In other words, if you're going to go
and you can't come back,
you've got to first secure
that
a
you coming
return
back.
Otherwise, it is counterproductive. As far as you can understand that going there is motivated by the desire to bring back tools that will be beneficial to this world, and as long as you know how to go and come, then there is reason to take action. Now, the issue that is created in a context in which space like this gets open and unlimited freedom is given to people to decide whether they want to go or not taking into account that the setup has not completed a disposition whereby the going implies returning. That results in people crossing over to the other side and finding themselves trapped.
Yeah.
The other world, when you are there, it has hidden tiny little spots that when you come close to become big doorways that opens to back to this world. I remember some 40 years ago in my initiation, I journeyed into the other world, and I did that physically and consciously. What I found was an object that I had to bring back. How did I find the way back? It was through discovering a young little girl carrying a pot of water on her head and walking. And I heard myself just naturally asking, where is the way out of here?
Yeah.
And she pointed to a mountain far away and said, go in there. There's a cave to the other side. Get in there and you'll get out. And I did just that. And lo and behold, I was back into this world. Now, there is something about fear in there. Usually, the fear we feel in the beginning of a process like this might be telling us that all the elements are not quite in place. Or it may mean that there is further preparation that we need, or further conditioning of ourselves that we need to set in place before we engage. And this is what ends up not being fully choreographed, that leads eventually to people feeling trapped on the other side. And I've seen cases like this of people who have felt like they're being zapped out of this dimension. One moment they're here, the next moment they're not, and we don't know where to go find them.
And
meanwhile,
that's a fear.
The world continues to turn. Mishaps do happen in ritual. Ritual are not necessarily foolproof. It requires somebody with the kind of mental maturity to take every little detail into account before setting a group of people or certain specialized people to get in there.
That's why I asked if you have to have a medium. You know, like the other people say guru, the other people say preacher. That's why I asked you if you have to have a medium between you and the ancestral world, so as not to make you who's trying to get there do the thing and do it wrong, you know.
A medium, and I'm heard
shaman.
The word time and again. Medium here is more like an intermediary person.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking about, like a shaman.
Tuned up enough to be able to work more like the ferry, the driver of a ferry, capable of moderating energy back and forth.
Maneuvering,
That's right. It's a maneuvering technique that has to be mastered up front before engagement with these supernatural, the transnatural reality can eventually happen.
All right. How long have you been initiated?
Oh, it's been just about nearly 40 years now. The initiation itself, the one that is meant to translate into an embrace of purpose, knowledge of gifts, and eventually taking on the responsibility in village and community. Yes, that one happened long time ago. But 13 years ago, I had to undergo the initiation into eldership. That one is different. The initiation of the youth happened in nature. The initiation of the elder happened inside the village.
Okay, so you went back to Burkina Faso?
Yes.
Okay.
In order to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something now, on the level. Why is it that this African ritual magic and initiations is always grasped by Europeans mostly. Whenever you see a shrine, especially in California, in America there,
Yes.
when you go to these shrines, you hardly see the black people in there. It's like health food store. When you go to the health food store, you hardly see the black people at the health food store. You wonder, what the hell is happening here, you know? Why is that McDonald's full up of black people and the health food store is full up of white people? Why is these African shrines, you know, the African shaman is always lecturing, is always speaking to Europeans, and the black people, them gone to church?
In fact, you have to understand one thing. An ignorant person is more dangerous than an informed person.
Definitely.
And knowledge, that's why we say knowledge is power.
Definitely.
Knowledge is also responsibility. We live in a situation in which the history of modernity is a history of oppression, enslavement, disrespect of the human sanctity, and all the things that shows that whoever wears the hat of the perpetrator is ignorant of the depths of the human dignity. It is important to also understand that in order to reverse this kind of dispensation, that it is critical that the ignorant be taken or rescued from the dungeon of his ignorance into a place of light wherein such a person can become a contributor to the dignity of the human being. This is why, at this juncture, the values of the oppressed, the values of the have-nots needs to be exposed, need to be made clear to the so-called upper culture as a movement towards greater health, because knowledge is a healthy thing. It's interesting that we think about health food store as if somehow this is the place where a new kind of attention is given to what we nourish our body with the hope that eventually other things will come there to contribute to the nourishment of the spirit and the soul. So health food is all-encompassing. It is not just dealing with gastronomy, but also eventually dealing with the nourishment of the starved soul that is unfed while the body is overfed.
All right, so you wouldn't agree with that when we're talking about the health food store, the physical health food store, like Whole Foods also, you wouldn't agree that it is mostly white people they find in these stores. And when you look to McDonald's, it's mostly black people you see in these McDonald's places. You wouldn't agree with that?
Well, I'm not even sure that I understand the question.
What I'm trying to say is that there is the rituals that you speak about is coming from an African perspective.
Yes.
All right. And what we see is that in these shrines, it's mostly white people you see in these shrines, and black people gone to church. And what I'm trying to do, the same thing with the same thing with the health food store. The health food store is mostly white people you see in Whole Foods, and white and black people gone to McDonald's.
Well, you got to understand that this is a living irony that shows indeed the contrast of allegiance. In fact, those white people that are leaning towards health food, while the black people whose very culture is being pursued by the white people, is an indication here that somehow the black people need to complete a journey that was triggered by the very uninformed white person who has become informed enough right now to know that pursuing health is far more rewarding than adhering to the very destructive dispensation that they have created. It is almost like there's on the one hand, McDonald was created as a weapon, destroying people, while health food become the place of self-restoration. Black people pursued Jesus that was created by white, while white at this juncture, at least some of them, have caught up with the fact that they have to back off from a model of spirituality that has stopped being rewarding.
Yeah.
And so this is a message that addresses both parties. How, therefore, can these two type of people come together in order to realize what needs to be cleaned out of the space so that everyone can then partake in what you refer to as the health food and the kind of life-giving spirituality that takes into account ancestors.
All right. The reason why I said this to you is that what we are speaking about now, between me and you know what is speaking, it's tabooed in Jamaica.
Oh.
It's tabooed because we in Jamaica, we see ourselves as a Christian society. And anything outside of that Christian sphere is seen as devil, or seen as witchcraft, or obia voodoo. All of these things that is African spirituality is tabooed. You see, that is why I'm saying this to you, that when we speak of, when you speak how you speak now, and when I talk about going to like a voodoo ritual ceremony and going to certain places, in Jamaica, the normal Jamaican see that as, no, sir, me know in them things there, me know in that. You know, see it, a Jesus, me at Jesus, me have to go to church and pray to Jesus. So that is why I'm saying that to you. I'm saying that to you because I know that when I go to America and I'm seeing all of these, you know, in these places, it's mostly white people are going there and see. And when we go to certain other places, it's mostly black people. And what we see the black people them gravitating towards is enemy to themselves. They are destroying themselves and is elevating themselves, or trying to elevate themselves with what the oppressor give them as something to cherish, which is them, the detriment of them and the ignorance of them perpetuated by this thinking.
You're definitely right.
Because you cannot go to certain places with what you are saying now. You have to go amongst people who is more enlightened, are more open to outside of Jamaica.
Of course.
Yeah, they know what is happening outside. You can't go into like the ghetto or a certain place with this argument, because people going to tell you now, say, them don't know them things and how be a business, and them don't know how be a business, and them don't know shrine, but put things on shrine and bonfire and rub up oil and them things. Them doing that. Them see it as taboo, you know, so that's why I said that to you.
Yeah, it is a very important point, actually, when you put it in this context. You know, the sadness is that the majority of black people don't even know that they've embraced someone else's God. And the problem is that this kind of embrace becomes more like a dysfunctional medication.
Good words. Dysfunctional medication.
The same thing
Sweet,
as McDonald's. People medicate
Yes.
with McDonald's.
Yes.
And it is this kind of dispensation that confirms to the society, American society,
Yes.
how successful it is at conditioning people to the point where they become militant
Yeah.
of the very thing that they want them to participate in
Yes.
as a confirmation that their work is working.
Yeah, the minds of the oppressed, man.
This is therefore a lethal ignorance. And something that really does not contribute anything to identity, to belonging, to the kind of sense of self that is independent of any kind of conditioning, or it's almost like lobotomy, you know. And so for a culture be able to do that to certain categories of people, this shows how deeply maniacal, but at the same time, it shows how detailed the plan of separation from source has been worked out.
Yeah. All right. In your estimation, and over the years, your work as an African shaman, in your estimation, what would you do to help to bring back that consciousness, that African consciousness and African spirituality to the lost souls, African souls? What is there a formula that you would use to help bring back that lost soul to the fold?
In fact, first of all, I would choose my audience carefully. And that one, it will start with those people who have become self-conscious enough to realize that the Western culture is in itself a poison unto their soul, and that ancestors and the values of the past are more self-defining than anything. Those people, when I encounter them, I can see in them the militancy, the desire to contribute to the elevation of their peers, their families, their uncles, aunts, and grandfather and grandmothers. These people have been awakened by the very ancestors, not so much that they live privately within their own consciousness, but that they become agents propagating this value around them. And so what I would do with them is move directly into what I spoke about earlier on, into ritual in order to deepen their awakeness, because this awakeness comes with an urgency to journey back to the source. This would down the road create a movement of return, an inner return that could be followed by outer return. The inner return is a return to those values. Those values, therefore, will help transform the space and the environment they live in into a truly functional community, a community where at least individual inside there are seen from the basis of the gift that they were born with and that they're bringing to the community.
Yeah, I agree. All right, when you use the word magic as it relates to African concepts, or you come to grips with using the word magic, Is there another word that you could use instead of magic, or you just use magic so as to communicate what you are doing to people?
Well, in fact,
magic tends to be, it's an illusion. It's not real. Magic is almost like an illusion conjured
That's
by the
right.
person.
It's like a trick.
Yes. Yeah.
Some kind of lies that really, if known, will be self-explanatory.
Yes.
No, that's true. The term
but you use magic. You use the word magic. That's why I'm asking you, as an African, why would you use the word magic? Is it because
I use the word magic because I'm compelled to use English, a language that doesn't lend itself to the kind of spirituality that I'm teaching, but on the basis that this is the language that is spoken in this part of the world.
Yeah. So you use the word magic, same as how the illusionists would use magic, like a David Copperfield would say.
I use the
magic.
When I use the word magic, I'm thinking more about kind of transformation that cannot be explained using Western paradigms of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
It means the kind of result you get to that is not explicable in the manner in which science and technology want to explain things. I'm using the term, also thinking about what I refer to as indigenous technology that come with its own paradigm that produces certain kind of results that only you can explain within that paradigm.
All right. For instance, what would you do that if I would see you now and we are sitting in a congregation, what would you do that I would declare that, oh, this man has some magical powers? What could you do that would be seen as a magic? Because I know what David Copperfield would do and put a thing over a plane and when
if it's with you alone, in a context that is appropriate and is respectful of this values, I will open a gate, a doorway. In the void, and ask you to peek into it. But first of all, you're gonna have to overcome your own stress, your own forceful tremor, so that you can become calm enough to embrace this new reality that presents itself in front of you, that you had no place inside of yourself to fit it in. But again, this is not for show.
I understand.
This is in honor of the kind of tradition and values that are passed down. You know, I take people to my village, who want to see something about the other world.
That's in Burkina Faso you're talking about. You're talking about Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Where there are still powerful places where if you want to see a being from the other world, you will be taken there and somebody will speak a certain kind of formula that we call the kind of verbal key that unlock the door to the other side. When that language is spoken, you will hear something like an explosion deep in the ground, and all of a sudden a little being walks out of the rock inside a cave and asks, "Why did you call me?" The first time I brought somebody there, unfortunately it was a white person, as soon as that happened, the person started running down the hill saying that this is impossible. That this rock is a rock and nobody can walk out of a rock. We have being in Burkina Faso that we refer to as contemplative. They live in a dimension very close to this one. And they have provided certain specialized people with a key to access them in order to get certain kind of healing to happen. And yet, any person who is not of the culture, when they show up there, you can tell by the tremendous fear that they express, or the way in which they cover their fear with expressions of doubts and irreality, that this is not real. Because in fact, the five senses have a strong hold on the human consciousness to the point where when something that transcends all these senses shows up, it creates all kind of chaos. Yeah. And this chaos, I've seen it time and again. And this is why magic is a very difficult term to use, but at the same time is the one that most people feel comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. And initiation, when you initiate a person, what is expected of that person? I mean, in the Christian world you have baptism. So I'm assuming, well, not assuming, but baptism is like initiating person into an order.
Well, an initiated
what is the
person
order?
is not so much like a person who has graduated from a special school and is now supposed to enjoy the privileges involved in this kind of graduation. An initiation, strictly speaking, is an acceptance, an embrace, and an entry into a deeper level of responsibility. It's an invitation and a process that leads to the capacity to hold this weight of connection with the other world in the interest of service, assistance to other people who are journeying in this world slowly and with great difficulty.
Yeah.
So the initiate, therefore, carries a burden.
Yes.
It's a burden that they must carry with dignity and elegance, knowing that the greatest thing you can give is the gifts of service to someone else in great need.
Yeah. All right, just hold that thought for a minute before I come forward to you. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM.
Roll like a million.
Talking to Malidoma, Some, Art of Water and the Spirit, Ritual Magical Initiation in the Life of African Shaman. And he is a shaman. Is that correct, sir? Would you refer to yourself as a shaman?
Oh, yeah, this is what people call me in Burkina Faso. I'm not referred to as a shaman.
No, I know, but I mean, that's a word that people use for spiritual people who partake of that journey and also help others to partake of the journey. They say shaman. Shamanism is something very big, especially in what we call the world of indigenous people. Indigenous people seem to find that aspect of themselves more clearer than people who move away from them land and find themselves in other people's land. So the journey becomes what the oppressor see. You know, the mind of the oppressed is what the oppressor use to subjugate the oppressed. You know, Steve Biko said it, that the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. You know, and that is really something. All right, so how long will you be here?
I'll be here for the rest of the week.
Okay, you're going to be at Jackie's continuously, or you'll be venturing out?
Yeah, I'll be mostly here at Jackie's. That's correct.
So Jackie not taking you to Kingston or St. Anna or nowhere? She just going to have you niggle that like that?
Well, we haven't spoken about that yet. I'm hoping that there will be some secret places eventually that Jackie will be open to introducing to me and to the other people who are here working with me.
All right. So, all right. I know you have your shrine in Berkeley, and where else you have shrines? Or is just that single shrine that is there?
Well, the shrine in Berkeley is not the fundamental one and only shrine that contributed to the construction in this in America. I mean, there's a whole village in upstate New York where people have created a kind of replica of the usual Dagara village as it is in Burkina Faso, complete with all the shrine, particularly the ancestors, the earth, and everything. And this is where I conduct some of the rituals that I cannot do anywhere else, except in my own village back in Burkina Faso. You know.
Why is that?
Well, because certain rituals, such as, for instance, elder initiation, demand that there be a specific setting, complete with a construction of a shrine that is like a complete building, because there are work that are supposed to be done above ground and work that are...
Hello? Where that? You get a cut off here, so you know. Operator, something cut off here for me. Nah, you're not again. Wow. Operator, we get a cut off here, I don't know. If we can work it out. Let's work it out. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. Yeah. The spirit of work a different way. Yeah. Blessed? No, we're not hear nothing. So, all right. So, we could go to this and then come forward. Yeah. And see if we can get him forward. Oh, we're not hear nothing. I don't need that. Yeah, hello?
Yes.
We get cut off a while ago. I don't know what happened.
The previous phone ran out of battery.
Yeah, so it go. All right. So you say you're going to be here till the next couple of days. You'll be doing workshops and things. I assume. And You don't know if you're going to be outside of where you is at the moment. You don't know the plans Jackie have for you yet.
Yes, I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Okay.
I know that certainly Jackie might mention going to a sacred place, a cave somewhere.
Yeah. You were saying that in order to do certain things, you have to have a certain environment set a certain way.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And it helps to get a better feel of the land and to connect with the energy that is native. And so that's why I'm kind of personally looking forward to that.
Yes. Yeah, well, she know the places. I can tell you that. She know the places.
Oh, she does.
she know the places, definitely.
Good.
She has been to so many different places in Jamaica. I've seen her at so much functions, it's unbelievable. Yes.
Great.
Okay, all right. So, and you go back to California after you leave here.
In fact, I have to mention that in fact I've moved from California to Florida.
Oh, you're going to Florida, you know.
Yeah, I live in Orlando.
Okay. They're nearer, man.
Yeah, I'm closer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who take care of that place in Berkeley and in upstate New York?
In fact, there's what I call the host village. There's something called the West Coast Village.
Yes.
As there is something called the East Coast Village.
Okay.
And they continue the work. And I do go there a couple of times every year.
Yeah.
And we do conduct some ritual maintenance and raise the energy back to the level it needs to be.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I leave, they take over, and things have been working quite well.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear that. You haven't done anything like that in Orlando yet?
No, it's only the East Coast and the West Coast so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we say give thanks, and we see that your book is still selling. After Water and the Spirit, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, Malidoma Some from Burkina Faso. Tell me something. Why was it important to change the name from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso?
In fact, Upper Volta is mostly the legacy of French colonialism.
Okay.
In the 1960s, when this part of Africa needed to be given autonomy, they call it Upper Volta simply because there is a big river that starts in Burkina Faso and then goes all the way into Accra, Ghana.
Ghana, yes.
And that river is called the Volta River.
Yeah.
And so Burkina Faso became the upper side of the river.
Yes. Yeah.
And Ghana should have been called the Lower Volta, but somehow they were able to change it to change it to another name.
It's like the River Nile,
That's right.
Yeah.
And so Burkina Faso is much more colorful as far as name goes, simply because it means the land of the proud ancestors.
Okay.
I mean, that's something to remember. It seems like in 1987, when the late President Thomas Sankara took over, he was one of this radical militants who wanted to move in the direction of as complete a decolonization as possible. And therefore, in the course of 4 years, he did a lot of things, including the change of the name of the land and so much more that is still going on. Of course, he was only there 4 years,
When we was youth and I listen and I read, it was one of my heroes,
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of my heroes then, believe you me, from the time there. I like how him did change the thing to the African thing,
Absolutely.
Anyway, give thanks, brethren. Give thanks. It's nice to speak to you again, and
Oh, thank
We
you.
hope that this move that you're making here now with Jackie will be as fruitful as we intended to be, you know?
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate the opportunity you give me to have this moment with you.
All right, so we want to know, is Jackie near you there?
Oh, she's not too far.
Yeah, I want you to give me an itinerary. It seems as if you don't know what you have to speak. I'd like to give that the people them who want to come can know exactly what is happening, when and where.
Okay, let me seek her out.
Yeah, see if you can find her and
yeah,
we can
it would
play.
be a good thing that she'd be able to chime in
Yes,
on this wonderful occasion.
Yes, all right.
Here
So
she
just
is.
get her.
Yes, hi.
Good night, Jackie.
Good night, Muta. Thank you so much. Fabulous.
Yes, all right.
For lo-
Okay, there.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be in St. Elizabeth actually on Saturday.
Oh, for the Rebels?
No, a different thing.
Okay.
Okay. Give
Well-
thanks.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Blessings to you.
Blessed. Yes, Jackie and the Reef, Malidoma, Patrice, Some, Art of the Water and the Spirit, Ritual Magic Initiation in the Life of the African Shaman. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. Yes, Cutting Edge.
Greetings, Muta.
Blessed.
Yes, this is Aisha Marcia calling from the Nayab Center, in Malvern.
Yes.
Yes, just to say, boy, the place looks beautiful. Whatever helps. That I was calling for it, see me got it.
Well, can't hear you good now. Can't hear you good. You
I
break up.
said, whatever help the brethren was calling for and got it.
Yeah.
Earthquake, boy, the place, the grounds look good.
Yes.
Yes, really nice. And, I don't see many ones know they came last night. I was at the Rastaman Vibration show.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real success, it was an awesome show.
Yes.
And then, so I said, my pastor at the beginning. But Earthquake, just I ask you to just mention it. Again, that is feeling up on
But you mentioned it now. You mentioned it.
Yeah, but in more, you just, sometimes someone's coming on your show later,
Yeah.
So you not like one touch on it before you sign off. That is Tuesday morning, it's feeling up,
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, man, blessings there.
Blessing.
Okay.
You are listening to Mutabaruka.
This is the precinct.
Cutting edge. Yeah.
Yes, Muta.
Listen, man.
Yeah, man. Long time the voice come on the year, you know.
Which voice?
But you know, so Mutabaruka David, which is me.
Long
time.
Stop praise yourself and say what you going to say, man. What you praise yourself about long time not to come for a year?
Yeah, man. The reason I'm kind of cool over the years, you see. Over the years, we talk something and some man take them thing there. But all number one song and all I imitate and the name of them.
Where you talk and people are imitate you?
Eh?
Where you talk and why you stop?
We talk on some things and man never, man I say where I line up, so I'm draw the Bible and show some man of God. And you have a zero upon the year them long time there.
Yeah, so what you say no, that's why you stop come because people take where you are say?
Yeah, and imitate all my name too.
Where your name? Where your name?
I'm easy original King David, you know.
You name what?
King David. The same King David that's a Mutabaruka. You see, I use a compliment.
So who imitate your name?
David.
Who imitate your name?
Eh?
Who imitate your name?
Well, I want a piece of it, I tell you. I must be about 190 man turn up there, look at the name King David, and they couldn't get it.
Who imitate your name? And that may I ask you.
So I should just show the runnings, Rasta.
So where you get the name King David from?
Eh?
Where you get the name King David from?
My birth name that.
Your name King David?
Yeah, birth name that.
Your mother gave the name King David?
David. No, I think never upon it.
Then that may ask you, who gave the name King David, man? Where the answer me properly?
We put all the king on it now.
Yeah, so wait there now. You get you know why you say King David? Because of the Bible.
Right.
Yeah, so why if somebody say King David, are you them get it from?
No, but the thing is now, to me, all in the patriotic still, you know, and a certain office now, about 190 man turn up there, I look the name, you know. 190
man turn up office to get King David.
Right, and you them get that beat, you know. Run that office open, you know, and it's man about step in there.
Yeah.
You know, see?
So what is the importance at the car, you know? Why you call for say, you see a long time you don't call, but we don't remember the voice, so we don't know if anybody remember your voice out there.
Oh yeah, sir, man. Now we start something again.
Yeah, alright, sir.
Yeah, so go on to the social again. So touch time, no one want to make a talk. Yes, some more time.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Give thanks.
Nothing will comfort you now. Remember, damage is imminent. Darkness will be rewarded in measure. This is the precinct system.
Yes, hardcore dub music, yes.
Hi, good night. Moto?
Good night, yes, ma'am.
Yes, I would like to find out about that gentleman that you had on your program just now.
Yes.
Where and how can I get in contact with him?
Jackie on the Reef.
Jackie on the Reef?
Yes, she's in Negril, yes.
In Negril?
Yes.
Okay then, thanks a lot. Could you remind me of his name again, please?
His name is Malidoma Some. He's the author of the water and the spirit. Of water and the spirit. That's the name of the book.
Of water and spirit?
And the spirit, yes.
Okay then. Malidoma?
Yeah, Malidoma.
Yes.
Some, Some.
SOME.
Yes.
Alright, thank you very much.
Okay, yeah.
Listening to Mutabaruka.
Yes. Cutting edge.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah. Blessed Father Muta.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I love the reason there, you know.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man. Because I real thing, you know, because everything connected on earth, you know. So, you know, nothing no lost, you know. So the ancestors, them still there and that dimension. So that's we say, you know, rejuvenate that self-lay, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's a good reasoning, man. I love the vibe, so yeah, go on. So let's go and push hard the good work.
Give thanks, brethren. Give
blessings,
thanks.
man.
Cutting edge. Cutting edge. Well, you got. Yes.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yes, sir. I love the local program.
Cutting edge. Yes.
Yeah. It's like the African. It's African version.
Yes, from Burkina Faso.
Yeah, the man where they attack a while ago.
From Burkina Faso.
Yeah, from Burkina Faso. Yeah, it's like you were saying about some contact with the ancestors.
Yes, yeah.
And at the realms when I tell, like I said, the initiation of certain things, like on the shrine and the fire thing and certain things, like it will reflect even the shaman stance would have been, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, the African shaman.
Yeah, but they have different ways of the shaman them approach them thing. Because to all the recording of various man they bring from Africa and eat them talk, it's like them share a different oneness towards the spirit. Because they bring on a virgin from where come to the studio come saying could I read people.
Nigeria.
Yeah, and it must say towards all him do the thing, even the herbs and bush where we have in Jamaica we're healthy. We have it, we even people bypass them thing there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you know, herbs
so it's a good thing because it even reflects even creator motor we're down in South Africa now.
Right, yeah. What you shaman about?
Yeah, the way them, and even you in a motor, he's a spiritual shaman thing and I feel no way, you know.
No, me no feel no way.
Yeah, because them think that, heal the people them towards intelligence and informing the people them with knowledge. Them things really, you know.
Yeah. Want some healing, you know, do a virus and lick me as well, believe you.
Yeah, what kind of virus?
Me don't know. Somebody give me it. Somebody, me go stand up beside and give me it. Me don't know.
Flu? Cold?
Well, I don't know if it flew, but it's stay with me. I would have glad if it flew. I fly. Anyway, we get over it still. I don't know. It comes and goes.
Man, and I one thing still. I love all the program I'm going, but I love your play some more the great documentation them from back in the days.
Yeah, well, we play them occasionally, but you don't know we have so much things that go on. You know them really. Because when all the money they are Jamaica, when the money they are Jamaica, we have to talk to them. You know, that me I say.
Even all the politicians and they said killing all the youth them are going yesterday.
That's another talk again, a different talk that totally. So you see we have said so much things. That's why we have 2 programs now. So maybe next year we're going to have all 3 programs.
Stepping razor now, over here.
You can't get through?
No, I'm going to beg you hook my lines.
All right, sir.
I love RFM. I'm proud of all of the people that do the great works. And I love one actually waiting Jamaican people. Because we have to go wait in West Africa and them out in a motor. And Marcus and Bob don't start unless you can go burn to a continual journey. Isn't it, Papa?
Yeah, man. Give thanks, brethren.
Yeah, man. Love and honor, prosperity.
Darkness will be rewarded in measure. Abandon all preconceptions. Nothing will comfort you now. Sound, anticipation, sense, style, order will be the operative slogan.
You are listening to Mutabaruka.
Observe the money world. This money world is moving too fast for people to take notice of things. The things that are important. This is the blindness that will defeat them.
Last week we gave pure ska music. This week we gave pure dub music. Yes. And so we are tighten up the thing. You understand? Yes. Yes, Coaching Edge.
Aye.
Blessed man.
We thank and praise ya.
Yeah, man.
Rastafari be holding in that grateful concept the most high, man, and I keep up the strength and the good work.
Every time.
If I bridge that talk a while ago, so why am I trying for one whole year now we get on the step in and
can't get pan it. Well, him get pan that one here, so give thanks.
I will tell him a story for 18 years. I try to call the cutting edge and couldn't get pan it, and I know there's nothing more, man. I do my call.
So, how you get pan it now? How you get pan it today? New year.
That is since this year was my lucky year.
I tell you, I saw it go.
I give thanks to that to know so ones and ones in the whole full partnership is taken into the conceivance of intellectual reasoning.
Okay.
I mean the concerns of the music that again we have been losing the life of the music. We would have lost the life of the music if we never have station, programs like for the Iron Sister Elise said and Sister Andrea.
Yeah.
You know, to keep the life going. My boy ran with keep us in things still, but to respect that how I go on to the young.
Yeah.
But anyway, my brother, my virgin there was on the program a while ago.
Maladona.
I would have wondered to know if him could have extended time in Jamaica a little bit more and give some Jamaican, because there are those in Jamaica who's within that realm that you speak at all.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm that Negril, because the lady who bring him here so knows you have certain people there, so we're interested.
Well, you know, I would have really liked to have...
You'd have to go on Negril.
And that I picture, I know the vibe about the time and moving out now in that political movement. You kind of leave a short mission to reach there. You know, and I tell you, this is an important issue because this is the part of the African textures of life that we people are not recognizing.
Yeah, man.
They call the Oberman.
Yeah.
But if the Oberman, if they were seeing what plenty of time the Oberman saw, then they would know the reality in their own eyesight when they do it. And that is where we have a problem. We see not reality in our eyesight, we believe of reality in our mind. So what we are sometimes choked upon and forced on our throat, we capture that as the belly full.
Yeah.
And yes, the real scene is right in front of the eye that we see within the realms of nature, because all this man is talking about, is the fulfillment of nature that is right in front of our eyes.
Yes.
The mango tree.
We have to see it with a far eye.
Exactly.
Yeah, far eye we have to see it with.
Far eye have to see it with.
Yeah.
Because the mango tree came from a seed,
Yeah.
But where is that first tree?
Yeah.
It goes back into the being of the naturality, of the transcendence of life, through the pores of a new generation. But the eyesight is limited.
Yes.
Now, I have found myself in the realms of my speaker.
Yeah.
And I have even used it sometime in chastisement, and I see it prevail too.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to use it in healing and curing.
Of course.
Because we have a lot of that, both mentally curing, physically curing, and also the one they call spiritual
curing, yes. Because that's what we need most of all, you know.
Here's where that
we need most of all, yeah, man.
Here is where I'd love to reach, because I see myself now in the foresight and also in the oversight, but I'd like to reach in the spirituality.
Yes.
The higher heights of it all.
Yeah, Bridget. Give thanks, man.
I don't know. I can work up a vibe with him to encourage him to come forward.
No, I know it's the sister there. The sister where you hear me talk about him, she bring him here, you know, so she decide what is what and what is not, you know.
Well, I hope we can.
If I did bring him here, so you know, say, mother, they are like Kingston every day.
You know that.
Yeah,
I know that. And I know that, but you know, the fullness, my brother.
Yes.
To meet and need people like these.
Of course.
Politicians and church leaders.
Yes, yeah. We need to go forward to roots.
Yeah, the diaspora self out of an individual, because we all have it in this country. And the majority of us who are seeking true reality has it within our eye.
Yeah, Bridget, give thanks, man.
Rastafari,
yeah, man.
Amuda,
yes.
May ever live it the everlasting light, the Father's glory.
Yes.
See and deal with the eye forever.
And the Mother glory too.
Like this. It's only programs like this will ever uplift the conscious mind in this country and keep us together.
People are listening to each other and I say, see them Muta, bring us up your man for the program.
Let them talk what them talk, but I'm never gonna apologize.
All right. Give thanks.
Them talk, we don't have to apologize.
No, sir. Give thanks, Bridget.
Rastafari.
Aye. Up to some dub music. I hear the man in England, you know. Tell Josh Shaka say Mutabaruka, I hear him clear from Jamaica, yeah, so. And Mad Professor. So anybody who know Mad Professor and Josh Shaka, tell him say Mutabaruka send out much love to the eye them. Yes, cutting edge.
Yes, bless, Mota.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man, blessings. And I man love the eye program, Rasta. The eye now carrying on science, man, from the eye program, you see it? Yeah, man, because I listen to the eye, you know, and everybody has to know every little thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, open it up. Musically and spiritually and physically.
Yeah, man, I said, yeah, man, they are piece of people, them, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, because I need to learn certain things.
Yeah.
That we don't know about, you know.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man.
Give
so, blessings, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, man.
I keep up the good work,
Yes.
I put the rank to across here. Yeah, man.
Yes, cutting edge. Yeah. Cutting edge. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, DJ Kev Alabama.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Good night, man. How you doing, Sam?
I'm there, man.
Alright, there. I listen to reason. Give thanks to life and me keep off life, you know?
Every time.
Yeah, the conversation we had in the shaman priest, man, serious conversation, you know. Yeah, man, a lot of Jamaican people right now probably they understand the realms of spirituality and how powerful it is, you know.
Yeah.
As we allow ourselves to be blinded by religion. And what me see in Jamaica, the more time and more often than not, Christian want not them nothing spiritual. You see when them pray and the problem not solve, guess what? Them sign out be a man. You know see it.
Yeah, then the same Obia man, them a run from all the while, and them go to, you know. Most country people who go to church, you know. If certain things happen to them and them community, them not go to the preacher, them go to a Obia man.
Yeah, that's hypocritical.
And you have some uptown people too. If certain things happen to them picnic, like them picnic go turn all Rasta. Them picnic go turn all Rasta, them just God and St. Thomas to the Obia man to find out why the picnic go turn Rasta, the good boy go turn dirty Rasta.
Yeah, you know, see, that I don't know if you turn God man with them that do, you know.
Well they, is that everything? Is that everything?
So you see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, say African spirituality is still a taboo in the, you know, the Jamaica, Caribbean.
Yeah, that me I tell the brethren. You know.
But may I say why? Why, really?
Because the Christian, is a Christianity, anything outside of Christianity and Islam, you know, is infidels, is devil, you understand? You see where the Muslim them behave to, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man, anything outside of Islam is devil business. So that's why Christian them always fight Christianity. Well, you see, you know, anything African is devil thing.
Okay, and the two them not understand it, you don't think so?
Well, I think them not understand. You know, when people not understand something, them fight against it and go like say, true, them understand it, why them fight against it. It's lie.
And yeah, always, I mean, no, it is always rumored say he used to do harm to people.
Well, everything do I used to do harm. People not pray for kill people, man. You know, I read the Psalms them. You ever read the Psalms them?
Yeah.
They don't see the Psalms them. Bash my enemy, oh Lord. I mean, kill them with the sword and throw them in the pit of this and that. A pure terrible thing. Oh gosh, man. When the man they are write them Psalms there, you know. Oh Lord, make my enemies be this and that and let the animals eat them up and let dash the children them against the wall. I didn't think that people there. No man, that's some terrible Psalms. When you read the Psalms, them are some terrible thing. Them I say, man.
Yeah, I know. I realize all of us really, all the way, we are as African people, we have the power there in our way. But it's true, we're blinded by all kind of ism and schism. We can't really see the power there. But if each and all of us really harness the power there, all of man get a beaten.
Well, we don't have no time. You know, you see, the way all the things set up now, we don't have no time for harness them thing there now. Because there's other things in our consciousness we are reject it. You see, there's certain things I reject it, you know. So when we hear about all voodoo now, it's like a rejection. That's why you hear all the artists that sing about them don't want no violin, no backland, no island, and them thing there.
Yeah.
Because them have that Christian thing in there. Yeah, them have that Christian mindset, you know. So when them hear about voodoo or Obia and you know, so Obia ban in Jamaica, you know. The only reason why ban in Jamaica is African thing, you know.
Yeah.
There's nothing European that is banned in Jamaica, you know. Nothing.
Yeah.
No kind of, no word, no idea, nothing. But when you look at all of the African things that Africans create, whole heap of them ban.
As usual, and get we reject ourselves as usual and embrace our next man history and legacy and everything else.
Yeah, man, because anytime you hear a man talk about Jesus, no care how him think and think. He's a white man, him a think about him head.
Yeah,
him could have tried convert it and figure it out a little more.
That's in your mind.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, white man are going to save you from, white guy are going to save you from white man oppression. No way.
Yeah, so what me I say still, if all of we could have see the power, they would have see what the other man has say.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, of course.
So all the money where them have give other man, them could have saved it.
Yeah.
You know, see it. And a message to the Jamaican people. Just love your brother, love your sister. Just love like you love yourself.
Love nature, man. Love life. Love nature, respect life. In all its farms we are talking about too.
Yeah, from people, place, thing, everything.
Yes.
You know, see it. So I just love what you're saying. I meet all our going.
Yeah, man.
My daddy then tune in.
Give thanks, Benji. You know? Give thanks.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. This is the cutting edge on RFM.
Original tune I read for the case time.
Yes, good night, Rastaman.
Blessed.
Yes, Rastaman, I have this inspiration that I would love to share. Yes, like, it's a reset of the mindset. Like, me I beg you a moment to express it, between I and the I. Yes, like the problem I and I have, Rasta, the solution is like the resetting of the mind. But like I and I have to come to terms with certain situations within I and I self first. And then everything start happening, Rasta. Yes,
You finish?
No,
No, then continue, man. I give you a chance to talk, you know.
Yeah, man, like I'm saying.
Me don't want to disturb your talk. We continue, man.
What is I and I reasoning, Rasta?
But I don't know what you say when you done, so what you just say a while ago.
So I said, I and I would love to reset the mind.
Yeah, me hear that. So what me say no, me don't have nothing to say for that. Me agree with you.
All right. So like I say, a long time for you, 400 years, 1,000 years, I and I have been living a lie and needing to live the truth. And that is the resetting of the mind. And the truth is the true and living Almighty that I and I need to be talking about and defending instead of this lie. And I have not ever defended the true and living Almighty.
So what is the lie that we are defending?
This image, this idol, Rastaman.
Which idol? What are you talking about?
This Jesus idol that I and I cling on to for over 400,000 years, Rasta. Yes, that is the problem, and in it lies the solution, Rasta. I and I need to let it go and deal with what I and I need to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and that is the resetting of the mind.
All right. Well, I agree with you. Give thanks.
But no, not so fast, Rasta, man. Okay. I and I have the reason on that to come to terms that the people can hear what I and I say. Like I said, to change the situation, it has to start with I and the I. Right, you know.
You mean I individually and you individually?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Like, you know, if I want to talk about it and I want to share it with the I, and if I and the I can discuss it, then the people is listening, and that is the solution.
Yeah.
The solution lies therein. Okay. So when I say to the I, say, we need to reset the thing. And I say to the I, we have been living this lie and we need
Who have been living the lie? I and the I?
Yeah, man.
I not live the lie there. I not live the lie there.
Yeah, man. I and the I.
No, I not live the lie. So like me you're married when you talk to me. Oh, you told like me you're married, so you tell me I and the I. Me I say I not live the lie there.
But I
don't believe in a Jesus.
Truth, so we must be living the lie.
No, I don't believe in a Jesus. No, I know in a Jesus thing. Everybody know that.
We have been defending the true Almighty I.
So tell me something. All right. So me ask you a question now. You tell me who we not to defend. Who we supposed to defend? Who is the true and Almighty I?
Defend Emmanuel I, the Almighty I, Rasta.
Which Emmanuel you talk about now? Because only by Emmanuel about the place.
The true and living Almighty Emmanuel, the one Son the Almighty sent to come strengthen I and I. The Son that the Almighty sent to come strengthen I and I.
So we're not the Almighty, we are dealing with the Son where the Almighty sent.
Yes, I am.
So we're not just deal with the Almighty and left the Son alone.
But is the Son mixed way up right here now, so we have to get no, the reset of the mind.
Well, I now me get mixed up. Are you want to me about the Almighty send the Son?
I and I don't know.
So when the Almighty send the Son come here, tell me. When did the Almighty send Son?
From the creation, from creation.
The way you just deal with the Almighty and left his Son alone. Yeah.
What did I say?
When you just deal with the Almighty and left the Son alone.
No, but the Almighty is always there, but there is a Son that is complicating I and I, Rastaman.
The way I make the Son complicated, if I just work with the Almighty and done.
No, but the Almighty is always sending an eye towards I and I.
No, Almighty not send nobody to I. Almighty send somebody to you. I know somebody not tell nobody.
No, don't get it, man.
Almighty not send nobody to I, no. The Almighty not send nobody to I.
So I and I.
I now work with mediums, you know. I now work with in between. I go straight telephone call, direct link.
Yes, Rasta, but
Yes.
if we're going straight, we're going to have to change what we are on.
I know in the sun business. The only sun I deal with, is the one in the sky. That's the only sun I work with, yes or no? The sun
Well,
in
we
the
are
sky.
dealing with the truth then, Rasta.
The
Let's
sun,
deal with the
but
truth
the
then.
sun is the truth. The sun in the sky is the truth.
Well, let's deal with I and I.
I don't have no other sun.
Rasta man.
Yeah.
The I seek a formula.
I seek formula for
The
what?
whole of we seek a formula for this pollution that we are into.
Yeah. So what
and
is the formula?
solution
Tell me
lies
the formula.
within I and I.
Of course.
But the Almighty said, I and I have a reason.
So the Almighty
So when
said
I
that,
said
or you
I-
have said that?
I?
The Almighty tell you, so we have a reason.
What we even within I and I self, I and I know that for I and I to come to any solution to any situation,
It's all like
I and I have to first.
I and I is related to who? Mutabaruka and the I we are talking on the phone. When you say I and I, because it's all like you say I and I relationship to two individuals.
I and I is the whole world, Rasta. But
Okay,
I and I at this moment
Yes.
is representing the
whole
whole
world.
of I and I.
All right.
Because it's
all right,
I and I
yeah.
talking about the situation.
All right. That me want to figure out. Yes. So me
Yes,
I what you say, I know.
Yes, I.
Yeah.
So I and I want to defend it so the world can hear and they will understand. We just want to discuss it.
Yeah, but
And
you
they will
discuss
understand.
Emmanuel and all them things to I, which I not discuss no Emmanuel. I not defend Emmanuel. I not defend no son of no
we have
Almighty.
But we have to discuss him.
No, I not have to discuss nothing. I say I
But
not
you
deal
know
with who. Wait there. I not deal with who the Almighty send because I get sent already too. And the I get sent.
Yeah, man.
So I don't put no man over I and no woman over I who Almighty send.
Nobody over.
Yeah, but you tell I said the Almighty send Emmanuel. Which Emmanuel Almighty send? The way not just deal with it.
We are mixed up and I call this idol I Rasta man.
No, I not mix up no one. I not mix up no one.
Concept into the mind is, and that's where we need to reason it out.
Yes.
In a simple way.
What is weird? What is there to reason out about when you now don't lick the Jesus and then I tell you about Emmanuel?
Yeah, man. This Jesus thing, we've been living it all our life. Me and you,
No, I not live no Jesus way. But you tell me now, say no, we must go live Emmanuel life.
But me I tell you, say we have been living the lie.
So Emmanuel is not a lie too?
No.
Okay. Emmanuel is what?
And that is what we need to know and get the reset of the mind.
So who is this Emmanuel that you're talking about? The son that the Almighty sent. Who is he? Give me him phone number.
We do know him, but
no, I don't know him. You know him. Tell I who him is. Who is this? You have him phone number?
Rasta. Let's deal reasonable.
We ask you if you have him.
That the Almighty.
No, I don't know nothing from no creation. I ask you. This Almighty.
So Rasta, how
sent,
you speak of the idol that them send so much?
And we
cannot discuss against him.
Then I discuss. But I discuss it. I discuss and you look, So you can't if you discuss and I discuss now. But it's not like oh me I discuss it. I said
no
to
man,
you.
we have to respect each other.
Yeah, then I respect. So me I said to you now, this Almighty who you talk about, who send him son Emmanuel. Which part this Emmanuel, which part him son there? That me I ask.
It's not the Mount Sinai said.
Which part? Which part?
We not respect him.
Where live?
Do what the Almighty require.
Wait, no man. Where live?
Because if I go and say to the I say.
Where name? So some people, some ones, I'm a virgin and teaching them say. Prince Emmanuel up in a Bobo Hill is the one we send the Almighty. Him say the Almighty. Another one there, I know Prince Emmanuel.
And it's not Dennis Brown. No,
yes, so why you use the word Emmanuel? Or Emmanuel coming out?
It is the I. It is the I.
Which I?
That is written and that we know of.
Written where? Where it written?
But them reset the thing and I.
Where Emmanuel? Which part it written? Where it written?
It's written all over it's written at least 3 places into the prophecy I.
Oh, you mean in the Bible?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And it's not only written, it's original from the Bible.
Yeah, but Jesus in the Bible too. Jesus in the Bible
from
too.
Man, I and I. Yes.
Then Jesus in the Bible too. The same man we have to know to deal with.
Yeah, yes, but we not defend.
Anyway, you want to
defend it from the Bible. Then
all right,
defend it from where it begins.
All right, you may ask. You may say to you now. You may say to you now. We did that deal with this man when we that talk about a while ago, and you switch the reasoning and gone to something we talk about me and the eye. That like me telling like say me and you supposed to talk about something related to eye and the eye. Yeah, and you said no.
I said Rastaman.
Yeah.
I said
you said reset the mindset. Nobody repeat
me
it
and
again.
you, Mutabaruka,
yes.
and this data dealing with a discussion, and I is
but the discussion sound like it's going to take the whole night. The discussion sound like it's going to take the whole night.
Nothing wrong.
Yes, something wrong because I don't want to take the whole night with that discussion here. I don't want to take the whole night.
No, but if we go and get reality and truth,
we not get no reality just by talking it that way. Yeah, we not get no reality because you talk some things we not agree.
If we try no Rasta.
No, me not trying.
Say we need.
Me agree with you for reset the mindset, but me not agree with you about no Emmanuel nothing. Me not agree with no Emmanuel.
Why not Rasta?
No, me not tell you why not. Why
I
must
can
agree?
ask the eye.
No.
I can ask the eye then.
So why we must agree? Why we must agree about Emmanuel? Me no accept no Emmanuel. You don't understand? Me no accept no Almighty. I said no son named Emmanuel. And that me I said to you.
But Rasta, we all know that the Almighty have a son. We come upon
when son name? Which part him son there?
Amongst I and I.
Where? Which part? Which part in the amongst I and I? Which part?
But the same place where we claim say the idol is amongst and all over I and I Rasta.
In a church?
So the man is mad.
In a church?
But the mindset, block up the thing. So we need to set it right,
Yeah, you remember now, sister, you hear me I said to you now, you see me now, since you talk about Mutabaruka, you know, and the sister, you, the I and the I, Mutabaruka, must find, reset the mindset. You hear me I say now, my mindset, no reset in a neither Jesus, nor Emmanuel, nor whatsoever you want come call. You want me deal with? You want me I deal with now? A Rastafari, me I deal with, me don't put nothing in between, over or behind. You understand? So you see this so-called Almighty where you are talking about, where send him son. I know into that. I know in that. I know this was the next Rastaman. I say I know into no son we send. You understand? Because that's the same thing where you tell me now say I must move where and I tell me put it back in a different name.
No. Yes. Rastaman.
Yeah.
I never just come last night into this morning.
I born of a woman. I was born of a woman.
Yes, but we have him away where we need fish.
Oh, you mean have him away? Which way?
We need to put the thing into context for the thing to.
The context me I put it in a context me I put it in a I born of a woman.
I'm not defending where him born or what or how him come
where you say about him?
That.
Saying,
I defending that. We are defending him, but we cannot defend him and we don't defend who him come out of and where him come from.
No, that me I deal with that, but that me just I tell you say him come out of a woman. So me I defend the woman too.
Pastor,
yes.
Brian, we're balling for a solution.
Then the solution me I give you so now.
We not
talk of the womb, the womb that bring Haile Selassie, and the sun in the sky, and the earth, and the rain, and the moon, and the stars, and the plant life, and human being, and the stone them and all these things, and that we are work with. Me don't know sun with nobody no say.
Overstand, man. I trying to tell the I that I have been living idolatrous.
What is the idolatrous life for me I live and you are live? What the idolatrous life that you live in? Tell me. Confess. No, the I. Confess to me.
The name them the way we are called upon and
yeah, but Emmanuel, I want the name. The way you get the
idolaters and
then how you call upon Emmanuel? Then you call Emmanuel no idolatrous.
No. That could no I.
So where you get the name Emmanuel from? Where you get the name Emmanuel from? You know what Emmanuel mean?
Yes, I.
What Emmanuel mean?
Almighty is with I and I.
God is with us. That is where
Almighty is with I and I.
Yeah. So if God is with us, No, that it mean, you know, Emmanuel.
But we lost him, Rasta. That's why we're balling out for formula.
Yeah, all right. I know we're no formula, no salute. Anyway, you want to we have to take some advertisement.
Just since night, you're talking to the African brother, Rasta.
Yeah, we have to take an advertisement. You want hold on?
Organic Heart presents Rebel Salute 24.
Half year, anywhere we buck up, may I reason about the same thing.
We not touch it, Rasta.
Me get weary about it.
We not touch it, Rasta.
No about 20 years me know you. No about 20 years me know you.
Over 20 years, Rasta.
Yeah, and every time me buck you up, at the same thing may I go over now, you come on the radio and I go over it again and again and again.
All right, Muta, you know.
Your children them.
Them Irie, Rasta. Them Irie.
And your bridging Irie.
Yeah, man. But that's not really important so much as what I want.
Hold on. Listen to me now. Hear me say now. Hear me find out say with a whole heap of Rasta. Whole heap of Rasta I try to save the world and can't save them family. So hear it out. Things start with a family. It starts with family. So here when me ask you for the now. There is some time in your life, after years of talking to you, that you need to concentrate on your family. Your immediate family. Me not talk about world family now, I and Rastafari family. Me talk about your family, your children, and your man, your mother, and your father, whosoever around you. You need to concentrate on that. Because sometimes we lose.
You know, if you don't have the almightiness in them things, they're not important.
Listen to me. But you must find the Almighty and put in it and set your family. Put the Almighty in your family life and make your family all right before you try to save the world. Because I don't care how much we don't care how much you're talking right as I know about I and Rastafari and Emmanuel. If your family is not all right, then you lose.
You couldn't say our family is not all right.
I never say your family don't all right. I say over the years me I talk. It's the same thing we are talking about.
I never discuss it with the I at no time.
Yeah, but
never.
Yeah, me I talk about these things.
No.
Me I talk about it in Westmoreland. Me I talk about it in St. James. Me I talk about it in all sorts of different places. Me I talk about it. And now we depend on the radio I talk about it. People like know how long me I talk.
All right, me hear you.
But no, you talk. No, it's like
no. Not go anymore.
That's why me ask you. That's why me ask you. How is your family? That's why me ask you. How is your family? You know, because
them Irish fire, them them is Irish.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah, man. All right, now we'll go through with it, Rasta. But me just go and say this little thing to the eye.
Yeah, say it quick.
You know, the reason why I've been treading the eye for over 20 odd years.
Yes.
You know, Mutabaruka, a thing happened to the eye 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Man, I went close on this note.
Yeah.
A thing happened to the eye.
Yes.
30 years ago.
Yes.
And had
but I don't know 30 years ago. I don't know you 30 years ago.
Mutabaruka.
Yes.
30 years ago.
Yes.
Members of Muta.
Yes.
The whole world of I would be the almighty Davidites. And I would never be in this state that we are in today.
If it wasn't
and balling for formula and solution.
No, let me ask you, tell me what happened to me 30 years ago.
30 years ago?
Tell the world, yeah, tell the world.
35 years ago?
Me don't know you 35 years, tell me.
What happened to you 30 years ago, Rastaman?
35, yeah.
It's happening to I know. That's why I'm going to tell you. Yeah, man, it's happening to I know. And that is why I am running behind you for the past 20
come like you are married.
years.
I've come like I'm married, you are married.
Rasta, we done married already. It's bigger than married into the. It's sweeter and nice and lovinger than married. What I have. Yeah, man.
So you want me to have a youth together? Tell me something. Would you like us to have a youth together?
Youth wouldn't be valuable enough.
Why not?
This
No, don't put it together. Straight up. You like me to have a youth together?
No, we want to keep it real, Rasta.
Then are you not real?
No, but and you in foolish state here now and foolish situation.
No, all right.
We're not really dealing.
All right, tell me what happened to me 30 years ago. Tell me.
Yeah, man, that is happening to I know.
What is
why
it?
I am running behind you for 25.
All right, so what
years.
happened to me 30 years ago? That may I ask you.
No, 20 35 years ago, Mutabaruka.
Yeah, what happened to me?
The almighty Marcus Garvey.
Yeah. The almighty Marcus Garvey. Look while I was
host his power upon you.
The almighty
you know what happened?
Wait, talk easier. Yeah, in my ears. Talk. What you say? The almighty what?
Okay. We're brethren. Marcus Garvey, the Messiah brethren.
Which Marcus?
Messiah Garvey.
Marcus, yeah.
Messiah Garvey.
Yeah, 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Yeah.
35 years ago.
Yeah.
Him come up on you, man.
Come up on me?
Yes, man.
Where? Which part me did there when him come up on me?
Within your liberty, man. Within your liberty. Divinely he came up on you.
But let me tell you something now.
You should listen me out first.
No, but me not have to listen to you because foolish is your talk.
No, man.
You don't know. You don't know nothing about me 35 years ago.
Yeah, man. 35 years ago when you run to the whole of the organization, them, man.
Which organization?
And I beg them on your knee, man, to listen to you, what you was trying to say.
Oh, where
listen to this.
Yeah,
Marcus Garvey, these little pam, make we come up with your little pamphlet, make we come up with your little talks of Marcus Garvey.
No,
and we will be better off people for the future.
No, you mix me up. You mix me up with somebody else, mama.
No, man.
You know me 35 years ago?
The man.
Eh?
Yes, man.
You know me 35 years ago, sister?
Yes, Mutabaruka.
Which part you know me from?
Let's keep it.
Anyway, we have to go move. Because I don't know what you say.
So you don't know 25 years ago when you had this zeal, Mutabaruka, and go to 12 tribe organization.
Yeah, me go to 12 tribe.
Them tell you say you was crazy and you was this and you was that. Because you was trying to tell them.
I wasn't telling them no, a foolishness attack.
A lie tell Muta?
Yeah, no, a foolishness. I never say a lie until I said
foolishness. But even you, I hear discuss it on the radio so many times.
But it's not that me discuss on the radio. That's why I know say you listen to the radio, but not that me discuss on the radio.
No, but you know, hear me say no. Why would you not want to? It's not anything so bad of the eye.
But where you say
real almightiness.
But me never say nothing like that. It's lie. Well, let me tell you now. A lie tell for me. Me never say nothing like what you say.
Couple years ago, you never asked people to let us discuss Marcus Garvey and put out little pamphlets.
Not all. No, gosso. You never hear me say that on radio yet. Never.
I didn't know Mutabaruka. No, before you half go on radio, Muta.
I say you
before you half go on any radio.
Right. What we are talking about really? Why me?
30 years ago, you wasn't on the radio.
But 30 years ago, me never issue out no pamphlet.
30 years ago, you wasn't, I mean, when the organization was into running.
30 years ago, I wasn't bending down on my knees going to no organization.
You know, go to 12 tribe and tell them, make we discuss Marcus Garvey and them throw you out like animal?
No, go so a lie tell. Me never said not like that. You not throw out like no animal and me go discuss Marcus Garvey.
I don't accept you. It's coming like animalistic. So that's why I say animal. It's not so dread, you know?
Yeah, but you
coming to me with the truth, and I don't accept it. It's coming like animal behavior to I.
All right, Mama. So you want to we will give thanks. We will give thanks.
Yeah, man, for your sake.
Yeah, all right. So we give thanks to the call. Wow. Them thing have pressure me, them thing make me have all flu and my blood pressure raise up and me could have all diabetes right now. I mean, never know. Well, I forgot you some things in the Rasta. Eh? That sister there, man, me I tell you. If me go a function and me I try listen to the function, if me not listen to her, she take it as a big problem. Say me not listen to her. And me have to tell her, say, look here, you want to see the man on the stage? Me try. Me want to listen to what I say, you know. And she take it as a big insult through me. Me not listen to what she had say. And me say, but sister, me come to the function for hear what the speaker talk about. If me go and Rasta meeting and she dead there, me have to take up my whole time. Wow. Anyway, we have to get that next call in at this thing before the show done, you know, before the program done. We have to get that next call into it. And the thing is that now somebody out there will cuss me and say, look how long them dip on the phone and I try to get me and now get me ill.
I will not get nowhere, Rasta man.
Sir. Hey, sister, I want to tell you something publicly, you know. You see, anyone me see you, me I go hide from you. Me I tell you that. Me never used to do it, but me realize, you know, after so much years, there's something about you towards me, well, when me have to go directly hide now. Believe you me, because your pressure get you overwhelm me with the things them. You overwhelm me, Rasta. You know, I mean, you overwhelm me. Believe you me. I should have realized that years ago, but me just love it. But right now, the reasoning sound overwhelming. You know them way there, yeah. I want to talk about this tune, and I want to talk about this tune. Believe you me, this is sister here of upon a level. You know, and the weirdest thing, you know, she called me the other morning early and have this long conversation. Me I said, sister, look here. Me just come in, me I play out the whole night. Me just come in. Me want to rest. And it's very difficult to take her off and hang up phone for her. What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve this? Believe you me. The reality is that I prefer the sister don't say nothing to me than she see me again. Because it'll go on too long. Believe you me. And somebody out there gonna say, no, Muta, how you keep so long on the phone and done my phone thing. Yeah.
Greetings, Congo.
Blessed man.
Rastafari.
Alright, let's give thanks, Bridget.
Thanks, I. We are listening from the I start out. You know, we listen the I talk about the cartoon thing with the children, you know?
Yes.
The violence, and you know, we meditation move and we are scummy same time. But in a planner, he would have called that polite violence.
Polite violence, yes. Yeah, polite violence, yeah.
Yeah, give thanks to the honorable guest, you know, very edifying.
Yes. Yeah.
And give thanks for the spitting spoken words, you know, with musical accompaniment, especially the dub.
Yes.
Yeah, I mentioned something which is worth echoing. That is, the spoken word is first. Music comes after.
Definitely.
Accompanying the same. It's a serious thing.
Yeah.
Saying that, you know, during Ivine Ayabingi Yantin, you know, it is very unpleasant to see harpers begin a starter chant. When the voice started, the harpers should just fit in and accompany the voice, or the voices. It is very unpleasant to see that. Humble requested of Vox Beloved, do accept advance thanks for spinning the same. We're requesting Steel Pulse from the tribute to the Masters album. It's called Sila. It's a work dedicated to His Majesty. It made the work named Sila. It is from the tribute to the Masters album. Give thanks. Rastafari.
I'll go back to this tune now. You know, so this brethren will be on Rebel Salute. Yeah, this brethren named Max Romeo. Yeah, don't let, hey, yes. Yeah.
What's up? Good morning. How are you?
Good. Well, it was good at.
No, it was good.
It was good at quite good until the brains get.
No, don't think she did you a disservice.
Ma'am,
she expiated herself, so that was good. I think it helped her.
No, right? Look here, I can tell you something. You don't know how far back this lady go back with this thing with me. Trust me, I've been to functions and I have no peace in the function because she want me to listen to she don't want me to do nothing else in the place. If I go to her, I mean, you like no, believe you me. Believe you, man. It's years it ago and I don't say nothing, I just take it and we stand up and just listen and not listen and you know just anyway.
Well, this year is 2014.
Yes.
And so, maybe that's what was needed.
Yeah.
And I hope that she has, got it out of her system. And
no, get true,
No, I'm just saying I'm hoping. You always hope.
She called me early the other morning when we just come in from a session. And if we don't listen, it's like a thing, Anyway.
I understand. I think I'm like that sometimes, but hopefully not as bad.
No, I don't find it that way, though. You don't end up wanting me to marry to you.
No, remember, I'm 10, 15 years old.
It don't matter. You have cougars and tigers about the place. Trust me, you have enough cougars and tigers about the place.
You are something else.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought I would change this topic for 2014.
Yeah.
I have some ideas that I feel we may need to address a little bit more aggressively than we have been.
Okay.
I don't know. I have had occasion, or maybe I could call it a privilege, of being in a situation or situations where I'm in the medical care area with persons. Thankfully not myself, because I think I wouldn't make it. And I've noticed some very strange and very not well thought out things that are happening. Now I'm going to talk about a minor one first, because to me that was glaring. I was at Kingston last week, with a good older friend of mine in her 90s, early 90s. And you know what they're serving the patients with? I couldn't believe it. Styrofoam.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The food
at the hospital?
At the hospital. I don't... Muta, do you understand what styrofoam is? That they did the test and found out it's a carcinogenic product.
Of course.
How could we be serving... When did we reach there?
Well, when I go to these places, I walk in my calabash and tell them, say, look, you're putting food at the calabash, because I know...
But I didn't know that it had, maybe if they use Melmac, which is just as bad in a way. But styrofoam in a hospital, where are our administrators? Where are our epidemiologists who know what causes disease?
Yeah.
We have them, they're hired, they're working.
Yeah,
so, I mean, is it a holistic thing? Or we one department do what it wanted to do and the other one is supposed to be doing health? I don't know.
And you ever see when they eat, when the food take the styrofoam in hotness, it bore a hole in the styrofoam.
Yes,
and the
but
juice,
not only that, that's when the gas gets into the food, and then that's when it gets into our bodies.
Yeah, and
we see this big proliferation of cancers in my community, and it's a small one. Last year, I think we had about 50 deaths, and most of them were women.
50
we had
dead.
some men, but they were dying of cancer of the breast.
Yeah?
50 in their early 50s and late 40s.
Where you live?
I live near where you were the other day, but I didn't know. I live in Ferry Hill, and you're in Boston, but I heard about it after. I would have come to see you. But I heard about it the following day. A young lady came by.
I think you should move if 50 people dead from cancer in a year. You should move.
No, it was not going to. I have cancer already, baby, for years, but I do nothing about it but change my lifestyle.
Okay.
However, I'm just saying, I'm wondering where the thinking is. Okay, the next thing I found out with that particular visit, I have all kind of visits in different hospitals, but this particular visit, the patient's daughter wanting to get some information as to a test that the patient was supposed to have. That's the reason she's still in the hospital, and I think she's still there today too. She went to the nurse at the nursing station, waited appropriately, and then asked her, she wanted to find out if she knew when the certain test was going to be done.
Yeah.
You know what the nurse said to her? You'd never believe. I'm sitting by the bedside, because if I open my mouth, they're going to treat my good friend badly.
Yeah.
So I have to keep quiet. She said to the patient's daughter, I'm not aware of anything like that. Now, what she should have done is to go to the chart and see if the doctor ordered the test and see what is happening, why the test. This is 4 days after the patient has been in hospital. And it's not a simple thing, This person, we believe, based on what we are seeing, has a deep vein thrombosis, which is a blood clot way down under the skin.
Yes.
And our leg is like 4 times or 3 times, when you look at it, the other leg. Now, she has deep vein thrombosis.
By the way, what is thrombosis?
It's a blood clot, but it's very deep and it's not moving. An emboli is the one that's moving.
So how you get it to move?
You don't want it to move because it's going to go straight to the heart. So you have to immobilize the area and immobilize the patient, meaning she has to lay flat. You can't get her up. God, guess what we had to do? Because she needed care. We had to let her get up, and we had to send someone, not America, to find a wheelchair to carry her to the bathroom. When we get to the bathroom, which is around the corner, because this lady is not even in a slot. She's up beside a wall that she shouldn't be because there is no, if she needs oxygen, she can't get it because it's not supposed to be a bed area.
Yeah.
That's among all the other problems I was looking at. You had to climb up 2 stairs, so that means we couldn't even we could not get the wheelchair up there because there's no ramp. You know, they could put a board ramp.
And there's no elevator.
We talk what? To get into the wall, there are 30 steps.
Yeah.
All right, no ramp. This is today. We talking, last week. All right. We get her to the bathroom. We bathe her. You think the nurses would even come? One of them would even come and see what we're doing and say. The family had to bathe her, get her to the toilet, change her clothes, get her back to bed. Now, if this woman's blood clot moved,
yes, she did.
The family would have been feeling bad because I'm going to say it's them hackle her and make her dead or get worse.
Yeah.
But nobody came over even to say, let me take care of you because she's in their care, right? These are the concerns I think I have every time I go into these institutions, and
Mama,
and I'm wondering where do we get our basic? There's something called fundamentals of nursing. You learn that the first term you go into nursing school.
Yeah, can I tell you something? I go down a public hospital one day, go check my brethren, and I hear some nurse that tell some patients some bad word.
Now, exactly. This is what I'm saying. I didn't go that far yet.
Yeah, I hear them tell some bad word like. Where this and that, the man not call me again for. I mean, not just come over there to you. Why not keep your this and that quiet?
Exactly. This is what we were. You know what I wasn't going to go that area, but I'm just talking about the medical area.
Yeah.
That they were trained and you pay. They got a raise last year, but they're not caring for the patient.
Yeah.
Because it's not that they don't know, because if they were sent to. If they get a job up at, Andrews or one of them,
they would have to do the right thing. Yeah.
No, not that they wouldn't have to. They would do it automatically. It's because they're dealing with their people that look like themselves and they're so self-hating that they treat them worse than the others would treat us. And it troubles me. I say I was a part of that profession, but I can't remember it being this bad. I cannot remember this. No time. And I was a nurse for 40-odd years. This does not make sense. We are paying, and I don't know if the minister knows. Because when you talk to these folks, I haven't talked to him yet, so I can't accuse him. They will tell you no. I said, but you don't use the system. You go to your private doctor. Do not tell the public and myself, who is the public, what is going on, because you don't know. And if you went in there, they change their behavior too, because they know that you are a person of such and such and such. So listen to the public when we are complaining about what we experience, not what we see, but we experience it. The other thing I'm concerned about is our educational process. When I went to school in the 40s and early 50s in Jamaica before I left here, every child learned to read from first class. There was A class, B class, and by first class, you better know to read because it would be a reflection of the teacher. There was an education officer, not officers. One officer that was in charge of a whole region. And these things were done. You monitor
the teacher and monitor the student.
School to school. It had to produce educated products, which was us. And I shouldn't call us products. Today, I have children that I know who are 17 and 18 and have been going to school from year to year and can't read and write and no numbers.
Them left school and can't read.
Why? We have all these educated people with their doctorates and have this, this array. It is worse, and I'm not saying colonial times were better, I'm saying what we are seeing as a result of when we took over and are treating our own is worse than when the colonials did it. Because they wanted workers. I don't know what we want. I'm not sure that we have identified what we want from the population.
And the irony is that these illiterate children can recite every song.
Exactly.
We come off of the radio at the dancehall. Every dancehall word, every dancehall
song. It's not a matter of learning. It's a matter of how and what we are teaching.
How we get taught. Yes.
We, first of all, we don't encourage self-love. Nobody can learn anything unless they love themselves.
Yeah.
And that's from what? Infant school? I remember all the kids who went to infant school, you could know them different from the kids who went to the primary school and didn't have any infant school training.
Yeah.
Because they not only love themselves, they boast. they were not nice. They would boast off on the other kids because they went to Miss So-and-so or went to, you know what I mean? They had a self-infused
like a pride,
knowledge.
A pride like.
Exactly. They had self-esteem. Pounded in their head by whoever taught them. Because these people didn't go into teaching for money. They didn't go into teaching as a profession. They went into teaching because they love to what?
And to be honest with you, a lot of these teachers never have no PhD.
They didn't.
I mean, and all these things. Some normal women.
Unfortunately, I didn't go to infant school, because I was such a bad kid that they had to send me straight to public school at 3.5 years because I didn't want to stay home and I didn't want to go to the liquor school because my sister and brother was in big school. So my parents had to beg them to put me in big school. I was a brat. But the point about it is, I learned from the infusion of the children that I went to school with. There were 3 groups of children that were in school with me in A class. I never left A class when I was 5. All right? So I learned their infusion, learned by immersion, I guess you'd call it. But the point about it is, we have the instruments to do this. We have the persons in place. We have the educational officers. What are they doing? What is the measurement they are using to decide who is going to be principal, to decide who is going to teach infant school, not with your documents, but how you perform? You understand? There must be some instruments. Are we using them? I know that the minister don't have the wherewithal to do what he wants to do with teaching because there are some old-time things that he can't pass. I don't know how that works. But something must be done to make sure that our students are not leaving, not even 4th grade, and can't read and write. And 17-year-old can't read and write, but what is that? And he went to school every year.
Yeah.
Not just he, many girls too. But I'm more worried about the men. Muta,
yes, ma'am.
In our communities, I don't know if in Europe, but in my community and others that I've lived in Jamaica since I returned the last 3 years, you know what I see? There are 2 types of persons. They are the women who, when they are frustrated, work. Then clean house, then wash clothes, and do everything. They change furniture. And they are the men who are frustrated because they can't, if they have an argument, they don't know how to resolve it other than the knife and the gun and the stone and this, because they feel, I will say, I'll use of a better word, impotent. But
the right word, man.
They drink. The women don't drink. They drink some of them do, but the majority of them don't drink. They immerse themselves in housework. All right? Or something like that, which to me is a little healthier. But the drinking of the men then causes the problem with the fights because they get mad drunk and they don't know how to resolve it. So guess what? They go for the knife and the gun and the machete, and that's when you hear all these horrible, horrible, horrible stories. And we need to curb that. We need to stop that, because if we get the boys before they get to the stage where they're so frustrated that they figure they can't learn anything, and then just go off and do foolishness, because that's what many of them do. I am concerned. I don't know what will take me to my grave, but that's one of the greatest concerns I have. The girls, I know we need to marshal them too, but for me, they know what their jobs are, because they have to take care of the children and they have to take care of the house. They may not do as good a job as you want, but at least that keeps them somewhat focused.
All right, Mama, we have to move though.
Thank you for listening, and I hope we can change some of these little dynamics, because it's a band-aid change we need to start the process.
Give thanks.
Give thanks.
A message from the Bureau of Gender Affairs and Dispute Resolution Foundation, paid for by the UN Women Fund for Gender Equality.
Yes, cutting edge. Brethren, you know, so I can't find the tune where you ask me about. I don't know if I the right name you give me. They said name Sealer. I don't know about that name there. I look for it and I can't find it. So, I don't know. You have to come again. And you tell me the album where it's on, but I don't see it on the album. I don't see it on the album neither. All right, with the last lap with the part. Remember, say we were there again from 2 to 5:45 with the Stepping Razor, the Art of War, the second program for the year. Believe you me, we give thanks to the people them who listen to Cutting Edge and listen to Stepping Razor too. Well, that take a certain amount of livication for actually listen to Muta at the night and go back and listen to him at the day. Well, if I want to do that, we have to give thanks to that one day, you know. Yeah, man, I have to give thanks to that one day who do that, because believe you me, Muta not easy at all. Yes, the man called Max Romeo saying, don't let the Reverend turn you fool. Yes, man, may I tell you. Cutting Edge. Yeah,
Muta.
Blessed man.
Yeah, I like to know whether Max Romeo album name.
The Max Romeo album?
Yeah, what name?
Oh,
we have played it.
Yeah,
the one
the river. I have to go look back on it. Yeah, me look back on it and tell. Can't throw it out, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Edge.
Yes, good morning, Muta.
Morning, sir.
Perfect morning, Haile Selassie, you know.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man, you have a stalk upon your hand, you know.
Me I tell you.
A stalk when I respect the Majesty, Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie, you know.
Yeah.
I tell about Emmanuel and one bag of stuff. Yeah, me come on whenever the Virgin and Negro. Where the link on him?
Malidoma, Pratry, so me. Him there, yeah, Jackie and the Reef. Jackie and the Reef.
Oh, Jackie and the Reef.
Yeah. You know which part today?
Probably have an idea.
You'll find it out. Yeah, man. She got a book there.
Yeah, man, I can't find it. Jackie and the Reef. We'll find it.
All right.
So, bless up yourself no more time going to the work.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, man. It sounds like you had smoke herbs, man.
Well, you know, I send cyclone always blazing. You know?
All right, bless it. Interview with Damian Marley on the Stepping Razor tomorrow, or little more. So you know, some more I play this next junior for the ones them who love. You ever hear them talk about 7-inch and 12-inch? Yes, the 12-inch is where the singer don't sing and then you hear the dub version of the tune come in. Them stop make them things they still, because right now a machine I play the tune them, so the dub thing kinda get a lick. If you listen to them tune now, there's no way you're gonna listen to 4 minutes appear where them I play. You understand? But when you have the dub on the tune where the artist singing at them days there, a big thing like that tune now. This is the 12-inch version. Listen to this.